I guess they'll appear down here, won't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this new link something you have to send out?
I already did. Yeah.
Okay.
It's posted in the old post.
Okay. Oh, it's the same
So they
link.
see it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Great. All right. Well, we can just wait here then, right?
Yeah.
Till someone
Shannon.
And this is being broadcast now, right?
Yeah.
Hello? Should we stop the broadcast? No, we have to broadcast it. Yeah. Look, someone trying to join.
Hi there.
Hello? It's muted?
No.
Okay. Here, let me see.
Hello. Hello.
Maybe I should try that now.
Hi, guys. I'm going to start typing to everyone to see if anyone could hear us.
There's a number of people watching.
Hello. Hello. Oh, I sent out a new link.
I can see you. Sign in.
Hello. Oh, someone responded.
Oh, yes?
Aloha, John Barlow. Here, fine.
Excellent. Aloha, John.
Aloha, John.
We can't hear them though, right?
I'm not sure. Is everyone submitting questions to the Q&A list? I wonder if a few people are on. Let me.
Emmanuel just joined. Hello.
We have also opted to create the Q&A option. I believe it's an option to the right of your screen where you can submit questions, and we could actually respond to questions that way. It looks like we're getting responses from Emmanuel that you could hear us fine.
And John.
And John, do you have any questions currently? Also, do you have your mics on? We are unable to hear anyone right now, and we're just wondering if some people are just muted, either because they're at work or in an office space. So feel free to just plug in your questions, and we could respond to the questions in the list in the Q&A option. That should be in this Google Air Hangout.
Actually, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk. And so I want to introduce myself. I'm the prize lead, senior manager here at XPRIZE, senior director in energy and environment. My name is Jyoti Kavamani, and I'm very excited to be the prize lead for the Shell Ocean Discovery XPRIZE. So welcome. Annie, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Annie Nguyen, and I am actually the associate working on the Shell Ocean Discovery XPRIZE. There's a possibility that we've actually met a few of you at one of the conferences or any of our any ocean technology events and ocean sciences events. We're excited to speak with you and continue on this journey of ocean discovery. And hopefully we'll be able to answer most of your questions today. But yes, so feel free to submit questions or let us know if you are on your speakerphone and we're just not able to hear you right now.
Maybe we can set up a conference call number.
Okay, our picture was frozen, so apparently got it. Okay, it looks like John mentioned that we were frozen for a second, but it was because of a slow connection. So we'll actually...
do you have the other comments list?
Let me pull up.
That had Emmanuel's comments on it too. There we go. Okay. I'm going to maybe send...
Okay.
Yeah. Can you send this number?
Yeah.
We're going to set up a conference call number line so that maybe we can have a conversation that way. So the number is US area code 605 781 0005. And the access code 634 099 hashtag. Okay. And is anyone from any other country? Because I can probably look up another country as well. You need to dial into it.
John and Emmanuel, since I know that you're online, is the connection really slow right now?
Your call cannot be considered.
Let's try this again.
Your call cannot be.
What?
Your call cannot be.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound sign.
It looks like Emmanuel said her connection is perfect.
You entered 2196223. If this is correct, press 1. Please wait.
Okay.
You are the first caller.
Okay.
You will be placed on hold until the next caller arrives.
Okay.
So we actually have turned on our conference line. If anyone is able to call in, feel free to use that number also.
Is that quite enough for you?
John and Emmanuel. Emmanuel, if you are able to submit any questions, feel free to send it over. Oh, hello.
Hello, Emmanuel.
Oh, nice to hear you back.
Welcome.
No, we have a problem because I can hear you actually on 2 channels.
Oh, got it. Okay. I guess with everyone.
Easy. I just shut down the sound on the Hangout.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So I do have a question. We do have a question.
Yes.
The first question is, so regarding the drone of the robot, and is regarding the entry and return of a robot, because it's not clear to us if what are the rules. What I mean is, imagine, I just giving some example. Imagine the team is on the shoreline.
Mm-hmm.
Are we allowed to take the drone to the sea, or does it have to go there by itself? And the same on the opposite. So can we go and pick it up the drone, or actually does it have to come back to us only autonomously?
Okay, yeah. So just in case, just so everyone got Emmanuel's questions, I'm not sure how clear the transmission was to the Google Hangout, but the question was, I think this is the question, Emmanuel, is the drone or whatever device that you launch from shore, does it have to come back autonomously, or do we go out and pick it up? Is that correct, Emmanuel?
Yeah, I put drone, whatever go underwater.
Drone, yeah.
Whatever is on autonomous.
Yeah, so yes, the idea is it will go out from shore. There'll be no humans out there, and it will return autonomously as well. If there is, if you are going to leave a component piece in the ocean for some reason, whatever reason, you need to declare that up front so that we can investigate and check that that is acceptable. And then if anything goes amiss, we will work with you on a recovery plan. But part of the documentation would be that we're requiring from teams on the entry submission documentation is going to be the deployment and recovery of your device.
Okay, so essentially it's fully autonomous, and we might leave something on the ocean, but we have to declare in advance. And if we lose something, we have to go pick it up, or we have to make together a plan to pick it up.
Yes.
Somehow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. So,
and so if it's autonomously, does it mean that we can use like a couple of drones, or I mean, there is a constraint of the number of drones we have to use? We are allowed to use like 1 or 2 or something, or there is no constraint about that?
Okay, so the question was, are there any constraints on the number of drones that can be used? You can use as many drones or as many pieces of equipment that you would like to use. The only constraint is that it should be able to fit in a 40-foot container, a shipping container. So we are working on releasing rules and regulations. There will be an adjustment to that coming up, which will allow teams potentially to bring more than just one 40-foot container, but there will be a penalty for doing something like that. So those are things that we're currently working on. But yes, anything you can fit into a 40-foot container, you're good to go.
Okay, so essentially we have this container, whatever we can put inside doesn't have to go autonomously and do the mission and come back.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay, exactly right. So essentially, I think you asked my first question by asking anyhow. I think on your question, on one of the latest PDFs, it's written about that you can swap batteries or swap some parts of the system. It's not clear if it means that during the competition we can swap only through the system, or if we can swap actually the entire robot.
So during the before the competition, towards the end of this year, you'll be submitting your entry documentation. So that will outline your entire system. So the question that Emmanuel asked was, can we switch out entire pieces of like a complete drone during the competition? Is that correct? During the actual testing, right? So so you can pretty much do anything all the way to the start of the testing. And then once we start testing, whatever you have said is your entry, that is what you would have to use. Now, you also asked, I think, a secondary question embedded in that, which was, can we switch out batteries? Or was that something? Yeah. Okay. So once the clock starts, because, you know, we're timing this. So once the clock starts and you're in the competition area, you can return to shore and switch out batteries if you want. However, the clock will not stop. So that whole process will be part of your time that will be counted against you for your time, right? So it's kind of like race car drivers. I don't know if any of you watch anything like that, but they make those pit stops and they change out all the tires within 60 seconds and then carry on going, but the clock doesn't stop. Okay, so essentially we can change some subsystem, but it's up to us if we lose time, so that's actually our problem, right? Yes, so yes, you can't switch out the entire system. You have to have documented everything beforehand, so we know what the entry is. Okay, so we can switch only some subsystem, what I mean is a battery, for example. Right, yeah. Can we also, if we declare in advance, can we like, I don't know, modify the system? If you say, okay, first 5 hours we do asset A, and in the next 10 hours we do asset B, but it's the same, just a different configuration, and we declare it in advance. Can we do that or no? So that's a very interesting question. During the full field test stage, no teams can make any further modifications to their entry. So I think the question was, can you make modifications during the test phase, right? Yeah, because when you added this extra feature that we can change the battery, right? It was not clear if it means batteries only, or batteries and something else. Okay, so that's a really, that's a very good question. We will get more guidance to you on that in the rules and regulations on the kinds of things that can be changed out. And it will be ultimately the judges' decisions on what can and cannot. So you would have to declare all that up front and they will be able to say yes or no. And we'll give you plenty of time for the judges to get feedback to you on that. Okay, so it means we don't have an answer yet, but we'll have it right in time. Yes, exactly. That's a great question. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So thank you very much, and it was very nice to meet you. I'm looking forward to meet all the other teams as soon as you have a meeting somewhere in Europe. Yes, yeah. Where are you based, Emmanuel? Now we're based in Italy, but we are building an international team, the European team. Okay, so lovely. Italy, UK, and then other people. Okay, great.
So we're looking forward to start this adventure.
Yes, yes, we're looking forward to
We're
meeting
excited.
you as well, definitely. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
It looks.
Yeah, can you also write it? Can you write your name down on the chat, because actually was not able to hear that.
Yeah. So Jyotika. So I'm Jyotika Ramani, and I'm the prize lead.
Romani, okay.
And Annie's writing these down right now. So.
Okay, thank you. So because we're still connected, when is the next time there is like a physical meeting?
Can you just repeat that question? Sorry, Emmanuel.
Yeah, when is the next time there is actually an event or a meeting where we can take a flight and come there?
Yes, so the Emmanuel asked when is the next time that we would have something connected to this competition, like a physical meeting. So we are planning a team and judges summit for November, and we would want every team to participate, and it may only be one person from each team. The purpose of that is so that the teams, first of all, you meet all of us, you meet each other, but then more importantly, you get a chance to meet the judges as well, and the judges have an opportunity to talk to you, ask questions, get to know a bit about your technology, because after November, a month later, we're asking for your entry submission paperwork. So the judges will have at least had some idea of what you are thinking of and have a chance to interact with you. So November is the first event.
Okay. And I believe, John, you had a question. You wanted to hear the phone number out loud also. It's a US number, area code starting 605-781-0005. And I'll repeat the number again, 605-781-0005 with an access code of 634099 hashtag or #.
Excellent. So Emmanuel, have we answered your questions for now?
Yes, I think you answered all your questions. I might have another one, but maybe there is other people who want to talk.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like John might be jumping on the call.
Yes, I might have to wait.
Okay.
And just again, to reiterate with the other viewers, feel free to submit your questions through text also. It looks like you could post something on our wall and we'll be able to answer questions that way.
Nothing on email. Do we have any more?
We are still live and connected.
Okay, good.
I'm still here.
Okay,
Yes.
It's all gone quiet.
So if nobody asks questions, I do ask questions.
Sure, yeah. Hang on, let's just see, is there any written questions? I don't think so, right? Any? Okay, I'm just gonna, so yeah, Emmanuel, if you want to keep going with questions, and then once someone gets on the call or submits.
I just have one, so no more for a moment.
Okay.
So the other question is, you talk about entry submission documents in, I think it's December, something like this. How much are we constrained by that? By one, for example, if we submit some design and then during the building up process, we discover that something is not really working on, then we have to fix it. How much freedom do we have on that?
Yeah, so the the first round of entry submission paperwork will be in December. You can obviously work on the technology until the point the field tests start. There will be a second update to the entry submission paperwork in around April. So, you can certainly update that, but you can also just send us updates if you have in between there and say, we found this out, or, so yeah, you can modify those throughout. And then, throughout, I mean, once the field test stops, you can go back and keep iterating. You may have found out something new. You may decide to merge with another team. So things can evolve.
Really? Is allowed?
Yeah. So things can evolve throughout the competition. The only times that we say, okay, put your tools down, put everything down, is during the field test phase, when we actually, for all teams, when we actually do the field test.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Great question. So I think, is it Sari? Is that how you'd say so?
I believe Sari Reed.
Sari Reed, yeah. So Sari's asked a question, where will the November meeting be? We're working on the logistics around that right now. Part of that depends on where we have a lot of teams from. So it may tentatively be somewhere on the East Coast of the US at this point in time, but so that it's easy for teams from Europe to come over as well. But we will definitely get information on that out to you as soon as we can. I hope that answers the question.
And we hope we pronounce your name correctly,
yes.
Sari.
It's okay.
Yes.
Do you want to just say the number again for anyone new? Because there's some new people who've joined, right?
It looks like we do have a few new people. The phone number, if you wanted to actually dial in using your phone, it's a US number. Area code starting 605-781-0005. And the number again, 605-781-0005 with an access code 634099 # or hashtag. So that's access code 634099 #. And we're just going to check on the board again to see if anyone has submitted any questions.
Sure.
I know potentially some of you might be in your office or at work. Again, feel free to submit questions through the text wall or actually on the Google Hangout Live, where you can submit Q&A questions also. Emmanuel, I'm glad you had an amazing connection.
Yeah, the file works.
Great. All right. So as I said, we are working on the rules and regulations, which we aim to have out next week. Let's see, thanks for the number. We'll try again. Okay, great. Okay, so John had a good question that just came in. Given that round 1 and 2 are at different depths, can modifications be made to adjust for the increased depth in between if needed? And the answer is yes, absolutely. You can make any modifications between the field test phases. So you can aim for doing the 2,000 meter in round 1 and then modify it for round 2.
And just a message to everyone also, I wanted to ask if anyone is actually having any problems with their registration. Again, feel free to either submit questions here or send an email to oceandiscovery@xprize.org. And the email address again is oceandiscovery@xprize.org. And we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. And it looks like someone has been able to join in on the phone line.
It worked.
Oh, great.
Hi, John Barlow.
Hi, John.
Hello, John. Aloha.
Oh, great. All right, it worked.
Excellent. We can hear you. Do you have it? We answered the question that you typed in. Did you hear the answer?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so try to dial in. So the question that you'd asked was, can you make modifications between round 1 and 2, given that they're at different depths? And the answer is yes, you can. The only time that we ask you not to do anything is during the field test, once those are live and active, during that entire phase. But then between round 1 and 2, you can certainly do as many modifications as you feel necessary.
Okay. Now, it's curious. I am going to be trying to send in a particular model or a version of the craft. Is actually a modular. I mean, it's basically a multi-craft type of setup.
Excellent.
And like you said, anything is allowed so long as once it's in, you can't do anything to it other than let it do its course, right?
Right. Yes, and then as you said, you have modular components to this. The restrictions there are really how much can you fit into a 40-foot shipping container. I don't know if you heard my response earlier to Emmanuel, but we are working on a modification to that in the rules and regulations, which will allow teams to, should they have more than 40 feet worth of equipment, to bring more, but there will be a penalty for anything that exceeds 40 feet.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to exceed any of the
okay, great. Okay, good. So do you have any other questions, John?
Hello,
John?
Yes.
Oh, do you have any further questions?
You're on separate from the video.
Oh, is our sound maybe?
Right.
There's a delay because I think you can hear us maybe through the phone.
Oh. Okay. So I guess I'll just hold off on asking any more questions because Emmanuel's just started the question.
Oh, he did? Maybe he has a delay on the Google Hangout piece.
Right. You might be hearing a delay from Emmanuel. And it looks like...
Well, I don't know. It seems like I'm having one conversation with you, and you're having a different conversation with Emmanuel.
It's like magic. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
The Google's delayed on, is it? Okay. Do you want to remind them it's recorded too?
Yeah. I actually did want to remind everyone who is online right now and offline that you do have an opportunity to view this recording once the Hangout is over. And if you do have further questions, feel free to post on the board for the link of this site for this Google Air Hangout. And feel free, again, to email us with any further questions at oceandiscovery@xprize.org. And the email address, again, is oceandiscovery@xprize.org.
And just a note on that, we have had a lot of questions that came in through that website email address, and so we are responding as fast as we can. We did put out an FAQ last week, which covers a number of those. We will put out another FAQ in 2 or 3 more weeks, but we will be getting to you as fast as we can. The other thing I've done is taken some of those questions and looked at answering them in the rules and regulations. So as soon as we release the rules and regulations, I highly recommend that everyone read those as well very carefully.
You said that the rule and regulation are in a week or something?
Yeah, we're aiming to release them next week. So, and those will be, yeah, they'll be out by the end of next week, I think. They're currently undergoing a number of reviews, obviously, so that's where they sit.
Excellent. Thank you.
John, were you free to answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm, when you were saying about your 40-foot container and everything like that, I have also, hopefully if I can get everybody together to develop an actual craft with a launch. Does the launch have to be from shore, or can I use a craft of my own design? And does that have to fit into a 40-foot container?
Okay, so John's questions, for anyone who couldn't hear that, is does the launch have to be from shore, or can he use a craft that he designs to launch from at sea? Is that the gist of your question there, John?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to launch from shore. So there'll be no humans beyond that point, is the idea. There'll be no physical human interactions beyond that point. If you did, for example, design a craft that was autonomous, that took your device out and then somehow deployed it autonomously at sea, that's fine. The only piece there is that it does have to fit within the 40-foot container. But as I said, we are also working on a modification to that, that particular constraint.
Well, I don't know. I guess you're getting off on your. My thought is that as far as this autonomous vehicle would have better control if it had a platform and/or a craft that was manned to be able to handle the logistics of getting it out to an area. Because I had a design plan for an autonomous craft for mining out here in Hawaii, as well as oil scooped up during the Wendy Schmidt, when they had the Wendy Schmidt thing.
Yeah.
And now, of course, when they had that plane crash in Egypt or Cairo there, this is basically a speedy craft to deliver equipment or the equipment necessary to go conduct a search on the depths.
Right.
And that's what it was. And it's also going, crabbing in Alaska and all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
That's basically what I'm taking this design off of.
Sure.
That
So
the craft would be a platform for the handlers. Basically, they wouldn't be on, handling the craft. It's the autonomous craft itself, but that the platform is available to, actually accessible to it to fetch and service things right away, as far as capturing images, bringing it back up, or bringing an item up, or rescue.
John's discussing the idea, for anyone who couldn't hear that, of having a manned craft go out, but then the device itself is autonomous and is deployed from a sea-based location. So one of the market failures that was identified for the design process of this competition, or during the design process, was the expense of taking people out at sea to do such an operation. So one of the reasons that the seafloor, there are a number of reasons, obviously, but one of them, that the seafloor has not been mapped as much as we would like it to be at this point in time, is because of the expense of ships at sea. So it was felt that that would be something that could be eliminated. So we're really pushing on the shore-based launch, whether it's water or submerged from the shoreline or aerial. But there will be a start point to this competition beyond which there will be nobody allowed out there. So, but John, I wanted to also say, it sounds like you may have participated in the Wendy Schmidt Oil Cleanup X Challenge. Is that right?
I had tried to, I devised the system. It's just that I couldn't afford the fee.
Okay.
And
okay.
So
sure.
I like this competition itself. Though I registered, it was just a matter of getting the team together. Sure. That I need to be able to get the components and get the expertise and skills. I'm just basically a concept rich and financially distressed person.
Right.
You know, to be able to make the systems or devise the systems or crafts and machines. It's just that you know, I'm trying to find the money to be able to do them.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, thank you very much. I mean, that's great, because I think the Oil Cleanup X Challenge was launched in 2010. So thanks for following XPRIZE along for all these years. You mentioned an interesting piece on the finances for this. So during the course of any XPRIZE competition, we do bring a lot of media exposure and PR for teams globally, which does attract investors. It attracts public attention. We do provide PR media training. We will also provide beyond that for this make it through round one. They will divide $1 million between them, and as a part of the milestone prize. So there is an injection of funds at that point too. That I just want, and some of that has been covered in the FAQ that we released last week, but I just wanted to go over that again here.
Well, I understand that. It's
okay.
just that you know, and that's the whole reason why I registered, is that I knew the exposure would happen. It's just the fact of having everything together prior to that to get things started.
Yeah,
we understand. That's where I've been at this for over 2 times for different systems or addressing a number of issues for government and for concepts for a number of years, and it's just not been successful. Okay. I don't know if I'm just seems too blue sky or whatever, but or the previous submissions in energy as far as electric generation isn't something that can be done here in the U.S. Because of the fact that electricity is so cheap, and here in the islands we're not part of the U.S. and our electricity is the highest in the nation.
Yes, it is. Which island are you on?
I'm on the Big Island.
Okay, nice. Hawaii, excellent.
Well, apparently I'm just coming on, and my thing is really delayed because I just now started hearing your talk to me from the very beginning.
Oh wow,
interesting. That is a delay.
I can't. Well, unless this thing backtracks for a while, I'm gonna see if I can move the little green dot over to where it looks like this thing has been going on.
Right.
And I hope I'm not taking up too much time as far as other questions that might be posed.
Right, John. And for everyone else too, I wanted to mention that this is a recorded broadcast. So you can actually go back to the link and watch this broadcast again or listen to it. So yeah, you don't have to actually rebuffer or wait for it to buffer and listen to the Q&A questions again. You can actually come back later after the Hangout is over and go back to the same link and access this recorded video Hangout again.
Can I ask another question?
I stopped.
Okay, yeah, I heard another voice.
Yeah, please. Hi, John. Nice to meet you. So I do have another question. And it's actually connected with John's question. So for his drone from a shore, can we use another craft which not fully autonomous. There are no people on board, but it's semi-autonomous. Is this allowed or not?
So
It will reduce the cost, but as you said, but it's not fully autonomous, at least the delivery craft.
Yeah, so Emmanuel's question was, could we use a craft that is not fully autonomous, but does not have any people on board? So I think by that you mean that there may be a cable or some connection to shore. Is that what you're suggesting, Emmanuel?
Not for the one who actually exploring the ocean, but for the one who actually is delivering the underwater drone
so
to the location.
Yeah, we have said there's no physical connections, but so that would also include any cable or anything of that nature from the shoreline to once you depart from the shoreline, basically. So no physical connection. So that includes.
Means they control it, right?
Could you repeat that question?
So even if there are no physical connection, there is some wireless connection. What I mean is, at least for the delivery craft, we are allowed to actually control it, right?
Yes, yes, that is correct. So if it's a wireless connection, then that's fine. So the idea here is, imagine you were going to the moon or Mars or some other planet, right? And like NASA does this all the time, right? They have a command central on Earth. They do not have any physical tether or connection to that craft that's in space. So that's the model that we're using here. We will have a command center on the shore. If you can communicate with your device from shore, then that's great. Yeah, so you're allowed to do that, but there's no cable.
Okay, so even for the underwater drone, we are allowed to do that?
Yes.
Oh, that's actually brilliant. It's much easier to send a drone where you can put some brain inside, and actually to put the brain inside, not yours.
Right. So so just imagine that scenario, right? You are at command center and you've got a spacecraft. In this case, it's an ocean craft.
Okay, that's brilliant. And so now I have another question which is totally unrelated to the technical part, but is more related to local regulation. So these drones, robots, whatever, we're going to have some local regulation locally about what we can do, what we are not allowed to do. Will you actually, I think it's written on your rules, but what do you mean that you actually will help us? You will help us,
I understand. So Emmanuel's asking about the section of the guidelines, and I think it's in the competitors agreement too, is on local rules, laws, regulations. So, and then there's a sentence there that says XPRIZE will work with teams and help. So anything that we need as far as rules, regulations that we need to abide by in order to do these tests for all teams, so that it's fair for all teams, we will tell teams these are the rules, these are the regulations, you can do this, you cannot do this, or say please read these regulations from, it could be the Marine Mammal Protection Act or whatever it is. But anything that's local, specific to a team. So if you have some kind of customs or some kind of other that's specific to you, not to all teams issue, then you would have to work through that.
Okay, that's brilliant.
Okay.
So if it's something general, it's very common, you will provide that?
Yeah,
if it's something specific, it's just our problem.
Yeah.
Which is obviously right.
Yeah, and the reason for doing it that way is because we provide the same thing for all teams. So for example, this Google Hangout went to everyone who has registered. Whether they take advantage of it is another issue. But so that's the reason for doing it that way, whereas we don't work for any individual team, so we don't show any favoritism in that manner.
That's perfectly fine, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, I think we've got about 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you would like to talk about regarding registration and?
Right. If anyone did have any problems in being able to complete registration, please let us know again. Registration does end soon, June 30th. That is regular registration. There is also the late registration deadline, but we do know that it is a bit expensive for a few people to spend the $5,000 for the late registration fee. So we're urging everyone to complete registration now. And it is a $2,000 US dollars registration fee. And again, we're hoping to see a lot more of you complete registration and see your profiles online early. And if you did need help in actually connecting to other users to see if they're interested in joining your team, feel free to check the competition portal again. And there is a user directory for teams and users who are not in a team currently. So that is an option for everyone to look at this user directory and see who is online and who is registered already in our competition portal, and to see their profiles and look at their skill sets. If you are searching for someone who has, an imaging expertise, that is a great opportunity for you to go online, filter and search for individuals who are imaging or data visualization specialists, and you have an opportunity to contact them. And it would be a great idea for you to actually try to create a team early and get started and work on your technologies as soon as you can. And also an opportunity to speak with other users on this competition portal about the prize. So if you do, again, have any questions or problems in being able to fill out your profile online in this competition portal, feel free to message us again at oceandiscovery@xprize.org. And if any of you online, it looks like we have a few viewers who might not be able to connect and speak with us because you're in your office or at work, feel free to submit questions on the board, or feel free to submit questions on the Google Hangout right now.
Mm-hmm. And then just to follow up on that, I want to say, please read the guidelines, please read the competitors agreement. We will be releasing the rules and regulations next week. So please, obviously read those and ask questions. We will, I think, have maybe some more interactions with teams throughout the month of June. So yeah, we look forward to working with you all. Do you want to see if there's any more?
I'll check on the board again.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Thank you, John.
It was brilliant.
Well,
Do you know?
like I said, I was more better listening to you over the phone than actually
Right.
over the phone, because my thing apparently got stuck back there when you first got my call, because it wouldn't, the little green dot for your side wasn't going anywhere.
Right.
It just basically was staying in the first 5 minutes or when I got on. Basically.
Right.
So anyway, thank you, and hopefully I will have the team together at least by the 30th, that together be able to compete for this.
That'd be great.
Either way, it's still going to create, I'm still going to be able to have a design plan or continue with my design plan for this craft that I had planned for the island's benefit as it is, and also for the other situations worldwide.
Yeah.
That's my own
That's great.
thing. That's my own thing.
Yeah, no, that's really great. Everything you outlined was spot on. So thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Okay.
John, have you been able to log into the competition portal okay?
Well, I'm logging into the competition, but it's just that the video conference or talking on the phone and talking on the video is just totally off. So like I said, I was listening to the phone, and I got most of what I needed to know. It's just like I said, my situation of funding is what I said as far as I'm concept rich but financially distressed to be able to do
right.
with the ideas. Ideas I can make money with, but I have no money to make the ideas.
Right.
So
Well,
situations
we
with
wish
the
you-
R exposure I'd like to get. It's just, that's just it. I haven't had the opportunity, or what opportunities I had, it's difficult for what I did present before to get any kind of, what do you call, support, because electricity is cheap in the US. I had a lot of support or interest from Asia and from Europe when I went to the World Renewable Energy Conference and the first Asia Pacific in renewable energy, and it just I found a pattern there with those conferences and summits that didn't have. That's why now I'm going to try these contests. Just
Okay.
some of them are, what do you call? They're expensive. They're not. Well, everything is expensive for me. So
Right, on the Big Island, yeah. Well, well, we wish you luck. We wish everyone luck, of course. But thank you for joining us, John, from the Big Island. I know it's early in the morning for you.
Thank you again so much.
yeah, it's not that bad. I'm normally up before then if I go to sleep at all.
Great.
I planned on actually taking an early nap. I went to bed at 1 o'clock this morning so I can get up in time for this.
Okay, great. So thank you. And Emmanuel, did you have one more thing, or I think we're about to wrap up.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Did you were you were about to say something earlier as well? Did you have any more questions, or were you just saying
evidently not important because I forgot.
Okay.
No, I think okay. We will register in the next week or the week after.
Okay, great.
Yes, I can now remember the question. It's not actually important, but it's just a curiosity. Do you have already a lot of participant team?
So I'm sorry, what was your question?
Do you have a lot of teams participating?
Do you have a lot of teams
participating? If you're allowed to say.
We have quite considerable global interest. Teams are obviously still forming, they're still developing, so we're still waiting to see where around the globe they're coming in from, but the amount of interest in this XPRIZE is the largest for an ocean XPRIZE, definitely, and it is one of the largest for many XPRIZes in their entirety, actually. So it's great. It's really fantastic.
Excellent.
So.
Okay, that's brilliant. So looking forward to start the adventure with all the others.
Excellent. We look forward to it too.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll see you in the East Coast probably sometime in November.
Yes. Yeah, we look forward to it.
Yeah. Okay. I think we finish here. I think you finish at 6, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think we're about to wrap this up. Do we see any other questions, Annie?
Currently, we do not see any more questions on the wall and in the Hangout. Again, if you're still on the line and in this FAQ session, feel free to submit your questions right now for any last-minute final questions, or we'll actually be ending this Google Hangout soon. I just wanted to give a few more seconds for any of the viewers online. But it looks like...
I think we're good then.
Yeah. Looks like we do not have any more questions. I just want to iterate that this Hangout has been recorded. So you do have the option to come back to the link and access this recording and start from the very beginning and listen through the entire recording. With that, if you do have any more questions, feel free to email us at oceandiscovery@xprize.org. And the email again, oceandiscovery@xprize.org. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. And
thank you again.
Yep, we look forward to meeting you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Bo.